the immobilized, you got to roll an 18. So his order's done. I can't shoot with him because of the F means he cannot shoot.
Yeah, but at least with immobilized, you can still fire. You just can't move with him, but it's almost impossible to rally from immobilized. In those cases, people usually don't even try to rally. They just leave him alone and let him fire from where he's at.
Right there is 2. And 1 more for 3. The guy was supposed to be going with him. The guy is done because he and we have
Come on,
1
you're not going to
left.
come up the hill?
No, I'm out of movement points.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
That's 1.
Hold on a second. Stop right there. I'm going to draw a line of sight and see if my machine gun can actually take a shot, and he can. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and fire my Maxim, and he's got a range of 2, 3, 4, 5. So the Maxim is at maximum range. There is a hindrance of 3 because of the fields, and his attack rating is 13, and we'll let it be at that. 2d10s. Is going to be able to hit because of it's above the hindrance level, and it's above his rate of fire, so he's not spent either. And that's going to be 13. It's going to be 26, I believe. No effect on the vehicle, but the infantry dude there is going to have to take a.
Right. He is in 11. He is an MG34. If he wasn't with a tank, I would have to subtract that down to 10. But he is an 11 on 2 10s. Ooh, that's not very good. So he's going to take a hit.
It's nice to be holding the fate card when you are rolling good.
And I didn't notice, but the infantry unit is finished because he only has 5, so he only has 2.5 movement points. He can't get up that hill.
Now we may have a bug with him, though. I have no idea why he's facing the hex spine like he is. I'll have to look into that.
Yeah, I don't know why he is either. So the tank went 1, 2, 3, and that was an automatic Joel. When I moved into there, that thing just rotated on its own.
Yeah, I noticed that that before. Something's not setting right on that. There's a variable. Oh, I know what it was. We undid. Hold on a second. I'll fix this.
And 6 is. And it's your order.
Alrighty, goody. I get to do something destructive now.
Go ahead and I'm going to hit end turn so the spents go away.
You don't. Okay, you don't do end turn for that, Mike. You hit the spent button.
Oops, my bad.
Just flip all the command markers over. We'll be okay.
Do we need to undo?
No, because really all it did was flip the command markers over. Okay, I got it fixed.
Okay.
Okay, looking at what I want to do here, I do have some issues involving some guys that could be rallied. For example, my machine gun up there could be rallied, but I hate to take a rally order just for that. I would like to take some shots, though, some firing. So I think what I'm going to go ahead and do here is spend 3 initiative to issue an order to fire, and that will still leave the initiative pawn on the 0 box, which means if I don't give up the fate card, I'll get to execute another order before Mike can do something. The whole manipulation of the orders, the initiative pawn and the orders matrix is a game within the game, and you have to learn how to play it well. I got to activate everybody before I start firing. You can't just start, blaze away and see how things go from there. I'm going to go ahead and activate just that one tank. There's no real need to activate the other boys on the left front there because there's really nothing for them to shoot at. So I'm just going to activate the T-34 over there, and then everybody on this side, we'll go ahead and activate all these guys. Okay, now there are some sighting markers on the board. I assume most of you see sighting markers. Now some of those represent hidden units. I suppose Mike realizes that some of them are anti-tank guns, so he's being a little wary of those sighting markers. Some of them are dummies, which are false sighting markers, and at least one of them is exactly one of them is a roadblock. But I think Mike already figured out what my roadblock is because it's fairly obvious where it should go. Okay, so what I'm going to do here is, let's start with the rifle boys. I'm going to go ahead and take the rifle boy here that's in the building here in D33. I'm going to go ahead and take him and fire on your guy that has the command marker. We're firing adjacent. We're going to fire with D12s. And here comes the shot. And it's going to be 13 and 14 for 27.
And we are at 16. We're at 12 and 4, so we need to roll 11 or higher with 2 10s. And it's not going to happen. Now, what happens when you take a hit with a full platoon? This is a platoon-sized unit. So basically what happens is they have to be broken down into 2 squads, and that hit marker, that shaken hit marker, gets transferred to one of those squads.
And I believe I get a victory point for that.
Yes, you do.
And in the Vassal module, by the way, when you right-click and choose to eliminate one squad, it will replace it with 2 squads on the platoon. You'll have to adjust the hit marker to be on top of one of those guys, and you can do that easy in stacking by using the arrow keys on your keyboard. Alright, now he has the opportunity to up-fire back at me. It'll be an interesting decision here because the MG42 is very powerful, but he could throw D12s if he uses the Grenadier squad there that's in the building right adjacent to me.
And actually, it's not out fire, it's return fire, and I only get to fire with one unit. And it does not have to be the unit that got fired at. So I can choose any unit I want, one of them, and return fire. And we will do it with the MG42.
And notice the MG42's got a rate of fire of 1, which means these guys are lethal.
Only problem is behind that hindrance. What's a 1, 2, or 3 is a miss. The other thing with this is it doesn't cost me any initiative because I'm under mission command and I'm within range. So here we go. We're going to roll 2 10s. Well, that didn't work, and he spent.
Yeah, and also remember when you're playing the game to keep your guys active until they finish the order and all op fire and return fire is done. Then you flip them back over, because you'll notice on the rifle squad there, while he's active, his defense is actually lowered somewhat. Well, now I got an interesting choice with the other rifle squad. because I could shoot at hex C34 and try to take out that other shaken, because every defender in there is going to have to defend against the shot. Or I could shoot at C35 and hope to pin him down so he can't return fire on me. Since they give me VPs for killing stuff, I'm going to go ahead and try to kill some things. And let's go ahead and shoot at the two squads there in C34. So here comes the shot. It's going to be D12s again. Wow.
I don't think I can roll to beat that.
I don't think you can. So 34, you could conceivably roll. No, it's conceivable if you roll 2d10s.
This is true. Okay, so the top guy is I'll do the bottom guy first because he's got the shaken, and 2 2s will not do it. So the guy with the shaken is going to die, and now the top guy, that's not going to do it either. So I got to pull a hit marker for the guy who was on top.
Now, just a question about procedure here that I've been unsure about. Do you put the shaken marker in immediately after he dies, or do you wait until everybody checks before you return those things to the cup?
That is a good question. I've always played it immediately when